Your cabin steward knows something about you that you don't, and by the time you find out, it's already changed how your whole cruise gets treated. Margaret had cruised a dozen times and thought she had it down. She handed her steward a folded 20 on day 1, proud of her old-school manners, then quietly had her gratuities removed at guest services to save a little money. What she never knew, her steward already had the list. That same list Margaret never knew about shapes how crew treat every senior passenger all week across all 9. Number 4 alone can save you the upgrade most seniors never get offered. Let's get into it. Point 1. The gratuity list they can see. Removing your gratuities feels private and practical. Here's the catch: it isn't private at all. Crew across multiple lines have confirmed they can pull up the exact list of who reduced or removed auto gratuities. They don't always check it, but when they do, your steward might be the one looking. For a generation raised on cash envelopes at the end of a trip, removing gratuities feels like reclaiming control. It feels fair. What it actually does is quietly defund the laundry crew and assistant waiters you never see, the ones who never got the chance to win you over. Once gratuities come off, the cruise line doesn't cover that gap. The loss lands on crew wages, and your service can shift in small ways for the rest of the sailing. Pro tip: leave the daily gratuities exactly as they are, then reward outstanding service with cash on top at the end. That protects the whole crew and still lets you recognize the person who earned it. The honest move isn't removing the charge, it's adding to it. If knowing what your steward can see changes how you tip, hit like, and subscribe, because this channel exists to show you what crew really notice about seniors. Point 2. The scooter in the hallway. Your mobility scooter feels like freedom. To crew parked in the hallway, it's a safety problem. Stewards and security flag any scooter left outside a cabin door because fire routes and elevator lobbies must stay clear. Crew aren't even allowed to lift the devices, so a blocked hallway becomes someone else's emergency. This hits seniors hardest because mobility devices are overwhelmingly theirs, and almost nobody warns them about storage rules first. Dorothy parked her scooter outside her door every night, thinking she was being considerate. A safety officer knocked within days. It had been blocking a fire route the whole time. Lines are tightening enforcement fast, measuring scooters at the gangway, and in documented cases denying boarding entirely, no refund when equipment doesn't meet the rules. Pro tip: before booking, file the special requirements form and request an accessible stateroom with the wider doorway. Store and charge the scooter inside your cabin every night, never the hallway. Handled right, the scooter is a non-issue. Handled wrong, it can end your cruise before it starts. Point 3. The dawn chair claim. Waking early to claim a pool chair feels clever. To deck crew, it's the exact behavior they're now paid to undo. Major lines run chair teams that stick at unattended loungers with a timestamp, then clear the towel if nobody returns within 30 or 40 minutes. It's posted policy, enforced daily. Retirees are disproportionately the early risers. Towel down at dawn, then off to a long breakfast while the chair sits empty for hours. It feels efficient. To everyone watching, it reads as exactly the entitlement other passengers complain about loudest. One frustrated passenger described an older woman claiming 2 lounges at once while someone else stood waiting to sit. The real cost: you return from breakfast and find your towel gone and a few amused glances waiting for you. Pro tip: only claim a chair you'll use within 30 minutes. And if someone else hogs one, flag a crew member instead of moving the items yourself. That early morning towel trick isn't insider knowledge anymore. The whole ship is watching for it now. Stick around, the final power tip at the end could change how you cruise forever. Point 4. The finger snap. Snapping your fingers for a waiter feels efficient when the room is loud. To everyone nearby, it reads as something else. Crew stay polite no matter what. You'll never see the eye roll. But other passengers see the gesture and they remember exactly which guest treated a server like they were beneath them. For a generation raised on snapping for attention, this habit carries a weight it never used to. It reads as entitled, and it quietly damages something seniors care about deeply: dignity. Harold snapped his fingers the way he always had. The waiter smiled, said nothing. But the couple at the next table noticed. And so did Harold's own grandkids, who wished he hadn't. Warmth pays off too. Patient passengers are the ones who tend to score unexpected upgrades later in the cruise. Pro tip: use a crew member's name if you know it, make eye contact, and wait a beat. A calm, "excuse me," gets noticed faster than any snap, and it earns goodwill that pays off all week. Point 5. The shared drink package. Sharing one drink package between two people sounds clever. Bartenders catch it almost instantly. Most packages now build in a 10-minute wait between every order, specifically to stop one person ordering for two. Sharing isn't a grey area. It's the exact behavior the rule was built to catch. Light drinkers, which describes a huge share of senior cruisers, are the most likely to feel a package isn't worth it alone, so splitting one feels like the obvious fix. The math rarely works. One cruiser who paid as she went still came in under the cost of 2 full packages for the week. Pro tip: if you're not having 7 or more drinks a day, skip the package and pay as you go, then put the savings toward tipping one bartender well instead of spreading thin. Not working around the rule, just never needing to. If you've ever felt like crew secretly judged you, share your experience in the comments so other seniors can travel smarter too. Point 6. The steward as a call button. Treating your steward like a call button feels harmless. A pillow now, towels later, ice before dinner. To someone covering 15 or 20 cabins, every separate knock adds up fast. Stewards have said guests who batch every request into one ask get served faster because it fits their cleaning route instead of forcing a backtrack. Seniors spend more time in the cabin than most passengers, which means more small requests and more chances to become the room a steward dreads. Frank liked things just so. Pillow at 10, ice at noon, towels at 2, a blanket at 4, each its own buzz of the bell. The cost is slower service exactly when you need it most. Pro tip: write down everything you'll need for the day each morning, then hand it over in one conversation. Ask once, ask clearly, and watch how much faster it arrives. Point 7. The neatly folded towel. Folding a used towel neatly and rehanging it feels considerate. To your steward, it's a guessing game. They can't tell at a glance whether it's clean enough to reuse or just yesterday's towel in disguise. One crew member admitted they'd rather find one simple pile than untangled good intentions. This shows up most in cruisers who grew up not wanting to be any trouble. The same instinct that makes some seniors over-tidy a cabin to spare staff extra work. It backfires. A spotless, overmanaged room can actually slow a steward down because nothing tells them what needs changing. Pro tip: drop used towels straight into the shower or tub and only hang what you'll reuse. That one habit saves real time across a week. It feels backwards, but the less you tidy, the faster your room gets serviced. Point 8. The hidden plate. Hiding a finished plate behind the curtain feels tidy. Within a few days, it's something your steward dreads finding. Stewards aren't deep cleaning every visit, so a hidden plate gets missed, and missed plates turn into smells fast. Some lines now charge close to $70 for bringing buffet food to a cabin at all, because of this exact pattern. Seniors who avoid crowded buffets are more likely to bring food back to the room, which also makes them most likely to get caught hiding the evidence. A retired couple slid 2 plates under the bed to keep things neat. By day 5, the smell gave it away, and the steward found a small tower of dishes behind the curtain. Pro tip: leave finished plates in plain sight on the desk or set them outside if your line allows it. A visible plate gets cleared in minutes. A hidden one becomes a problem you can smell before you see it. Point 9. The Do Not Disturb sign. Leaving the Do Not Disturb sign up all day feels like simple peace and quiet. On a ship full of older passengers, it can trigger something unexpected. Stewards work tight, scheduled rounds, and a sign left up too long forces them to double back late at night. But there's a sharper consequence. A cabin left undisturbed too long can prompt an actual welfare check, because crew watch closely for any sign an older passenger hasn't been seen in a while. That detail makes this habit land differently for seniors than for anyone else aboard. A quiet nap with the sign flipped wrong can turn into security knocking to check you're all right. Pro tip: flip the sign to "make up room" before you head out, or tell your steward your preferred cleaning window on day one. Final power tip: the biggest mistake isn't any single habit here. It's believing crew don't notice seniors when the truth is the opposite. Crew watch this age group closer than almost anyone aboard, because seniors tip generously and quietly shape the mood of an entire sailing. That attention works for you or against you, and it comes down to one shift. Stop treating crew as background to your vacation. Treat every interaction like it's being remembered, because it is. The cruisers who get the warmest treatment aren't the ones who tip the most. They're the ones who made themselves easy to like from the first hour on board. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and drop your own steward story in the comments below.